Gertie.
Oh, great. Okay.
All right, here we go. Let's do this. Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Mindful Movement Workshop. This is a yoga, mindfulness, and mobility workshop to prepare you for the week ahead. I'm John McCaskill, retired Navy SEAL turned mindfulness teacher and co-host of the Men Talking Mindfulness podcast. I'm joined here by my good friends, yoga instructor and my co-host of Men Talking Mindfulness, my brother from another mother, Will Schneider, and our business partner, doctor of physical therapy, Marine veteran, and founder of Movement RX, our sister from another Mr., Dr. Teresa Larson. Now, we are doing this because we know it is easy on a Sunday afternoon or evening to get a case of what my wife likes to call the Smondays. You know what I'm talking about. It's that feeling of dread, that dread of Monday that creeps into and can ruin our Sundays. Well, our aim here today is to provide you all with an engaging and interactive workshop that combines yoga, mindfulness, and mobility exercises to promote mental clarity, flexibility, and overall well-being for the week ahead, helping you enjoy the rest of your Sunday and to make your week ahead something you look forward to and enjoy for you in your personal life and your professional life. It's for you, your family, your colleagues, in your personal life and your professional life. Now, you may be asking yourself, how will this help? How is mindfulness, yoga, and movement going to help? Well, mindfulness, yoga, and general movement can prepare a person for the week ahead in several ways. Practicing mindfulness can help individuals become more aware of their thoughts, their feelings, and bodily sensations, which can lead to greater clarity and focus. Yoga and movement practices can help to increase flexibility, strength, and balance, while also reducing stress and tension in the body. Together, these practices can help individuals to feel more centered, more energized, and more focused, which can support them in meeting the challenges of the week ahead with greater ease and resilience. Overall, incorporating mindfulness, yoga, and movement into one's routine can help promote physical and mental well-being, which can enhance one's ability to navigate the daily life with greater ease and grace. That said, I'm going to now turn it over to Will to run us through a brief yoga session to get us started. Let's see how this works.
Right. Well, I'm already. Hey, look, I'm on the big screen. Oh boy. All right, you guys can hear me. Everybody's out there. Yes. Well, I thought it'd be good because I think that our guests have the ability to, our students have the ability to chat. John, yes, in the little
Yes,
box here.
yes, they
Yes.
do.
Why don't we take a little inventory about how you're feeling right now? So if you can just drop into the chat and just in one or two words, just describe your, physical state or mental state or both right now. Because what I want you to be aware of as we move you through this like simple breath work and yoga practice is how just the simple movement that we're going to do and the breath work we're going to do really starts to shift your state of being. And that's what these practices are so important. That's what these practices are going to help us to do. Dr. T will say, and I'm going to steal some of your thunder, Dr. T, the motion is the lotion, right? So, and that's what this is going to help us do. It's not just going to help us to these practices to help exercise the body, right? And get our body ready. We're also rewarded chemically when we begin to move the body. We're also rewarded physically because we just begin to, as we elevate our heart rate and move our body, we just feel a lot better about ourselves. And the breath work is going to help us to be more present in the moment and kind of get away from some of the trappings of having it, just kind of starting your day with just not doing anything physically. So here's the chat here. Let's just, I got to go over this way and come back. All right. Let me see. So Mark, feeling mentally great, physically. Okay. Osteoarthritis. Okay, good. Anybody else? Thanks for being here, Mark. I appreciate it. Feeling mentally great. Well, we'll see how we can actually maybe see if we can up ourselves a little bit physically. So we're going to start real simple. We're going to start on our feet, right? If you can't stand up, we can do some of this work in the chair. I'm just going to step back here. I think you guys can hear me. Yeah, still, 1 sec. Move this down a little bit. Okay, so we're gonna start on our feet. John wanted me to tell you that I think he just wants to show off his cowboy boots. So John's putting some cowboy boots, right? That's so as to say, as to say, you don't have to be a yoga practitioner to do this, right? I'm doing on my bare feet. Dr. G, I don't know what your foot situation is over there, but that being said, right? If you get on your feet, get on your feet. And let's just start by either take your feet wide, and we're just going to kind of bounce through the pelvis here, and then start to find our breath and start to shake things out. So shake the shoulders, take your wrists, take a big giant breath in, and let it go out. If you want to jump off the floor, go right ahead, take another giant breath in, and let it go out. 2 more breaths in. Maybe keep those feet connected if you need to, or you can jump up. Maybe bring the arms up, right? 2 more breaths, inhale. Good, exhale. 1 more breath, inhale. Good, good, good. Awesome, awesome. Let's ground ourselves, bring your feet together. Big toes can touch. Just cross the webbing of your thumbs and bring them over your belly. Keep the eyes open or close the eyes. And let's just start. Nice little exhale out the mouth. Completely empty the breath. Smooth, easy inhale through the nose. And let it go out. Feel your feet grounding into the floor. 2 more breaths. In, big belly breath. Try to drop the breath down into your palms. And the breath slowly fills horizontally and then vertically all the way to the top, and let it go. Awesome. 1 more. Good. Exhale, let it go out. Cool. Let's keep moving. We're going to stay on our feet a little bit longer. So let's bring our feet nice and wide. Right, we're going to palm our elbows. Opposite palm fits opposite elbow. Pull those elbows in line with your ears, right? So kind of framing your face. Right, let's just slowly go back and forth. Right, imagine yourself bending up and over like a fence post on both sides. As we go left, and then as we go right. Grounding your feet or your cowboy boots deep into the floor. And we keep going back and forth for 3. That's it, easy. Try to find that breath. 2. There we go. 1 more big breath. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, we're going to keep going. Let's take our hands. Let's interlace them nice and tight behind our back, right? So try to squeeze the palms as all the way to the soles of the hands, right? The entire palms of the hands. You might need to bend the elbows a little bit to really try to seal those palms together. You can lengthen the arms down, go right ahead. Keep that wider stance. Open up your chest, bring your chin level to the floor, and just start to make some gentle rolls through the head here. Big circles, start easy. Or squeeze those palms. And then find 3 more breaths as you slowly rotate in the same direction. For 2 more breaths. Oh, yeah, that's helping me. I got a little tightness on my right side. And then go the other way. 5 breaths. Inhale. Nice and easy. 4. Big smooth breaths into the nose, out through the mouth, or through the nose if you like. 2 more. Great, great, great. Last breath. There we go. Good, guys. Awesome. Hands forward. Right? Keep those fingers interlaced. And we're just going to simply like wrist wrestle here. So we're going to slowly make little circles, little figure 8s with our wrist. Warming up those wrists for the day. They do so much fine motor skills with the typing and the texting and moving things, right? So I got to give them a little love too. So we're trying to make these nice, smooth, I guess equilateral. Is that how you describe a figure 8, right? So big, smooth, are equally on both sides. The other direction can be very challenging, but completely possible. Right? Yeah. Maybe slow it down a little bit more. That's it. Just give yourself 1 more breath. Maybe just put a smile on your face. Watch how that helps you. Awesome. Okay, good. Now take your palms, bring them out, crack the knuckles out in front of you. Okay, try to get the webbing nice and tight. Good. You can even bring the thumbs down straight to the floor. That's it. Push away. Good. Let's take an inhale. Let's lift the arms up to the sky. Push the palms up. Good. Exhale, come down. Really keep those arms nice and long. Maybe bend the knees a little bit if you need to, so you can find that deep grounding in your feet. Reach up to the sky, find that grounding. Exhale, come down. A few more up. Really push those arms. Frame the ears and the elbows down. A few more up. Exhale, down. One more time up. Let's stay here. Right, the palms up to the sky, and we'll go back and forth again. Try to keep flattening those palms, like you're kind of painting the ceiling with your palms. You go back and forth in this nice arc. Couple more big breaths in. Awesome, last one. Great. Oh, beautiful. Let's come down. Let's take your feet a little wide. Let's open up our back. We're going to slowly bend your knees a lot, fold down to the floor. That's it. Hang down as much as you can. If you have trouble folding, maybe grab the end of a chair, or maybe bring some blocks if you have some blocks, or a book, and you can kind of bring the floor to you. So just saying, like, if you have too much pressure in your back, maybe release some of that pressure by grounding onto something in your hands. You can go all the way down, go right ahead and sway side to side. Bend your knees. Find a lot of breath. Take an inhale. And exhale, let it go out. A few more times. Sway side to side. If you like, sometimes I enjoy interlacing the fingers behind my back and bringing those interlaced fingers over top of my head, and give yourself another breath. 2 more inhale. Awesome. Oh, there we go. Cracking my shoulder. So nice. One more. Great, guys. Oh. Awesome. Good. Slowly. Let's bring your feet 6 inches apart. Right? And then bend your knees. Reach up to the sky all the way up. Take them up. Inhale. Good. Exhale, fold down to the floor. Bend your knees a little bit as you fold or release down and rise up again. In, breath. Lift up, see the sky. Try to open up the chest into what's called a back bend. Exhale, fold. 2 more times. Ground, rise, go up. That's it. Exhale, down. 1 more time. Rise up. Awesome. Let's stay standing. Let's just step your left foot back a little bit. So we're going to take a little lunge. Okay? So left foot goes back. Bend your knee. We're just going to try to open up this left hip a little bit with that foot behind. On your choice. Maybe interlace the fingers behind your back. Right? Maybe your lunge is a little shorter. But I really want you to bend that right knee, where you can frame the face and lift up. The further you move that back left leg behind you, you're more going to open up those hip creases, which we think of the whole term crease, right? How do we crease them? We sit a lot during the day. So this lunges are a great way to open up that crease, right? And therefore open up the space in that crease. A couple more breaths, stay low. Maybe lift your chin to help open up some space right in your throat, in the top of your chest. So nice. Take one more time. Maybe your throat crease. Right, let's open up your throat crease. Take one more breath. Awesome. Good. Step forward, left foot. Take your time. Step the opposite right foot behind you. Maybe hands in your left thigh if you like. And then just go up gently. Stay low. Open up that heart. Take a couple more breaths here. So nice. One more. That's the way. Oh, yeah. Good. We'll step forward. So nice. Very good. All right, last moment here. We're just going to wake things up tapping our kidneys, right? So we're going to take that nice little, this is a great way to open up the energy from the kidneys and the lower pelvis, right? So we're going to keep the feet nice and wide. All this power that we're going to use to kind of twist the torso left and right comes from grounding deeply into your feet. That's going to help us just to be more present, but it's going to allow us to rotate through the pelvis. So the arms are heavy. You can kind of shake out the arms and start. Right, we're going to slowly twist and then tap the front and back of your kidneys, right? As we just let the arms kind of noodle. You can turn the head, right, to complete a twist all the way from the base of the spine to the crown of the head. And then five more breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Tapping the kidneys, turning the head side to side. Yeah, I can hear those taps. Very good. 3 more breaths. Good. 2. So nice. Good. 1 more. That's the way. Yeah. Great, everybody. Slowly come back to a natural stop. Good. Feet together. Bring those hands over the belly once again. This is just, organizing. Like, instead of just being very intentional, yoga and all these mindfulness practices, physical practices are all very intentional. So I like to take moments in the middle of my practice, right, to just get really grounded, get very centered, get very organized in my body with my feet grounded, deliberately crossing the thumbs and bringing the hands over the belly so I can begin to feel and get more intentional with my breath as I take an inhale. Try to expand deeply in the belly and exhale out the mouth. And this kind of practice, again, inhale. You can plug this into the morning or maybe just 5 minutes of this practice. Maybe plug it in 5 minutes, in the middle of your day or maybe before you kind of transition from the office or your kind of work life and into your family life or into your personal life. 1 more breath, inhale. Okay, let it go out. Awesome. All right, we're going to finish in a nice little seat here. So you can sit in a chair if you like. I'm going to sit on the floor. I think you guys should have really no problem hearing me, I hope. So the point is to create a comfortable seat. I'm more of a traditional kind of meditator and breath worker, so I do like to sit up. I'm going to sit my knees forward, feet back. Okay. I'm just going to check on time. So find your seat. Close your eyes. And just take a moment to just notice your breath. You can extend the quality of your breath by taking bigger inhales and slower exhales, and just begin to get to know your breath. If you like to make more contact with your breathing, you can bring right hand over your belly, left hand across your chest. Give yourself a few more breaths here. Inhale and exhale. Good. Another round. Let it go. Now let's begin to shape the breath. So we're going to do, like I said, double tap breath. It's a great way to help bring, just become more alive in maybe the middle of the day. It's a great way to do this in the morning. So we're going to take a big inhale for like 3 or 4 seconds. We're going to pause for a second. We're going to take a second inhale, right, kind of topping that off, I'll say, and exhale all the way out through the mouth, just like you're blowing out a candle. We're going to exhale completely. And we're going to do 10 of these. Then we're going to drop in just to work with the breath a little bit more. And then I'm going to kick it over to John. So find that nice tall spine. You can think of sitting with dignity or having a dignified spine. It's a sense of kind of pride that kind of goes into your posture, if you will, and a sense of poise as well, instead of being sloppy or haphazard with your seat. Let's start with an exhale out the mouth. Empty, empty, empty. Good. Let's take that first inhale. Hold for a moment. Top it off. Another inhale. Hold for a second. Exhale. Push it out. Empty all the way out. Out. Good. I can hear you guys breathing. Awesome. Awesome. Good. Inhale. 1, 2. Let it go out. Do it again. In 1, 2, out. Good. Inhaling 1, 2. Exhale, let it go. Good. Inhale, breathing opportunity in. More breath. Letting it all go. Dropping into the moment, right? By dropping into the moment on the exhale, so if you can just create more distance away from your thinking, your feeling, right? Your anxiety about the day ahead or something that's bothering you from yesterday. Again, inhale. Second breath. Let it go. In. Out. Great. 2 more. In. Big breath, big breath. Hold. Second breath. Let it go. In. Out. Last one. In. Out. Great, great, great. Just calm it all down. Come back to a normal, smooth, easy quality of breath. Just objectively take a very short inventory of just how you're feeling right now. Just keep coming back to that breath. And just simply be the witness of your experience. Notice how things have changed from just 15 minutes ago to now. These are what these practices can help you to achieve. And this is how we're rewarded, by taking time to warm up our body, to find our breath, and to just release into this moment. Okay, let's do one more big giant breath in. Exhale out. I'm just gonna send it over to John. Thank you for practicing, everybody. All you, brother.
All right. Thanks, Will. Feeling more invigorated already and feeling less of this Mondays, ready to tackle the week ahead and enjoy the rest of this day. And, thanks for that breathing exercise that laid the perfect foundation for the meditation that I'll get into here in a second. So as mentioned before, these practices, the yoga, the mindfulness, the meditation, the movement that Teresa will get into here in a second, these all help you to prepare you for your day, but it also will help to prepare you for your week. And specifically, I just want to mention again, practicing mindfulness and meditation can help you to become more aware of your thoughts, your feelings, and your bodily sensations, which can all lead to greater clarity and focus. So now I'm going to lead you through a meditation specifically designed to help you prepare for the rest of today and the week ahead. So let's get some music going. Hopefully you guys can hear this. And I want you guys to find that comfortable position, either sitting or lying down. Take a moment to adjust your body, allowing it to find that natural and relaxed state. And when you're ready and comfortable, and if it's safe to do so and you feel comfortable doing so, I invite you to gently close your eyes. And let's just begin where we ended with Will, taking a few slow, deep breaths in through your nose and fully exhaling through your mouth. Allowing your body, your mind, your nervous system to settle into their natural rhythm. And you can now allow your breathing to settle into that natural rhythm of breathing. And as you inhale, imagine your breath carrying with it a sense of calm and peace into your body. And as you exhale, imagine the reverse, letting go of any tension or worries that you might be holding on to. Imagine those being released with that exhalation, with your exhalation. And now, visualize your week ahead, unfolding day by day, and see each day as a blank canvas, full of potential, full of possibilities, full of opportunities. And take a moment to feel gratitude. Feel gratitude for the time that you have been given and the experiences that lie ahead, that await. As you visualize this, as you think about your week ahead, notice the emotions that arise. The feelings of stress, anxiety, overwhelm that may arise. Acknowledge these feelings. And then let them go. Imagine them being let go with each exhalation. Remind yourself that you have the strength, the grit, the resilience to handle whatever comes your way. Sometimes we may lose the fact that we have that strength, that we have that resilience. But it is inherently in us, and we can build that strength and that resilience by remembering it. Now, bring into your mind the image of a warm golden light surrounding you and your entire body. This light represents the positive energy and support you need to face the week ahead. See it all around you. Feel it. Feel it filling you. Filling you with confidence, with courage, with motivation to be your best today and in the week ahead. Continue breathing deeply, and as you do so, let this image, this golden light expand, reaching every corner of you, every corner of your mind and your body. With each breath, feel yourself becoming stronger, more resilient, more and more at ease about the week ahead, knowing that you are now, and you always have been, fully prepared for the week ahead. Next, consider any goals or intentions you have for this upcoming week, and bring in the visualization of yourself achieving these goals, these intentions, achieving them with ease. And notice the sense of satisfaction and accomplishment that follows. And hold on to these positive feelings and allow them to fuel your motivation and determination for the rest of this day and for this week ahead. And take a moment to send yourself compassion and love. Acknowledge your strength and your ability to overcome these challenges that we know are coming, but you have the strength to overcome them. Know that you are deserving of a fulfilling and successful week. As this meditation comes to an end, just take a few more deep, filling breaths, feeling that golden light continue to surround you, support you, strengthen you. And gradually begin to bring your awareness back to your surroundings, noticing any sounds or sensations around you. And oof, when you're ready, gently wiggle your fingers, your toes, and slowly open your eyes. And I want you to take a moment to appreciate the calm state that you have cultivated during this meditation. And remember again that you have that strength, that resilience. You have that support from internal and around you for the week that lays ahead. And as you go about your day, the rest of the day, and as you go into your week that lies ahead, never forget that. Thanks so much for joining me on that journey. I almost fell asleep leading it. And before I turn it over to Teresa, here, something that I want to make sure I turn over to you guys is a few tips, very short tips on how you can incorporate this mindfulness and or meditation into your daily life, carving out some time for yourself. Because when I don't do these exercises, I feel like I'm shot out of a cannon at the beginning of the day, and I feel as though I'm in a reactive mode from the get-go. So the first tip is waking up just a little bit earlier. I'm not saying that you need to wake up at 4 a.m., but maybe 5 or 10 minutes earlier, and giving yourself enough time to get some type of practice in for yourself, whether that's a meditation or maybe it's just holding a cup of warm or hot coffee in your hand and just noticing that. That's one piece. It's just waking up a little bit earlier, not a whole lot, just a little bit, just so you have that time for yourself. Next is first thing, don't check your phone first thing in the morning. So many of us are in the habit of checking our phone first thing in the morning, and by doing that, we set ourselves up to be reactive throughout the rest of the day. Next is just having some mindful meals, 1, 2, or 3 mindful meals in your day. What I mean by that is a meal where you don't have your phone in front of you, you don't have a computer, you're not wolfing down fries and a Big Mac as you're sitting in front of your computer answering your emails. You're taking the time to appreciate the meal that is in front of you. And then finally, it's just some mindful pauses, even if it's just a few seconds here and there, to take a few breaths like Will led you through at the beginning of this series, this workshop. Just some mindful pauses to take some deep breaths and appreciating those breaths. All right. Now we're going to transition over to Teresa, and I invite you guys all to stand up and prepare for the movement and mobility section, and I'm going to turn it over to Dr. T. Dr. T, good to see you.
Thanks, John. Okay, everyone. So I'm currently in a dorm room, my dorm room right now.
Back to college.
Yeah, I'm at a sports shula. Anyway, I want to riff off John there with just something that helps me on Sundays, because Sundays they're as you mentioned at the beginning, what'd you call them?
It's Mondays.
Mondays, yes. Okay. Yeah, I can get this Mondays too. And one of the things that's helped me greatly, an action item. So I'm all about what actions we can take that can create a mental and physical response, is literally putting my devices in airplane mode. Right? It's called, airplane mode Sundays. And so it's the phone's away, technology's away, and just being present with what's coming up. And so that is a nice way because we're all with technology so much. So now I want to get into some of the action things. Now, motion is lotion, as Will reminded you earlier. And I'm a big advocate for movement being one of the lowest hanging fruits of medicine. Just like John and Will teach about mindfulness, it is another low hanging fruit of medicine that you can give yourself and that can help you relieve and not completely eliminate, because nobody can ever guarantee complete elimination of pain, but alleviate chronic pain. It can help improve your focus. It can help decrease anxiety, symptoms of anxiety and depression. It can help you work through solutions to problems that are coming up in your life. And it simulates learning, actually. So anytime you have a big test or a big meeting or someone, moving beforehand is always a good idea. So in this session, though, I'm not going to make you work out, okay, right now, after being so chilled out with meditation and yoga. But what I do want to do is test. So one of the big areas of the body that people struggle with is the low back, right? And the low back, oftentimes in the medical field, they may just focus on that one area, right? I'm a physical therapist, so sometimes we can focus just in that one area, but that one area impacts, all the above and all the below areas of the body. So the low back can impact the mid back, it can impact the neck, the low back can impact the knees and the feet. And so what I want to do is do a couple tests to test your low back so you have an idea of what is good motion for your low back in these 3 movements. Okay, and then we're going to do some mobility, some range of motion drills and things to help improve that the way your back moves in these 3 positions, which you can test every day if you want, right? It's a great way to create a pattern interrupt. Like if you're starting to feel a little anxious, okay, step away, step outside. You can do these 3 tests and do these drills, right? We call them movement snacks, if you will. That's actually Dr. Marissa coined that. She is on our team too. And I love all the drills that you learned today can be movement snacks that you give yourself not only on a Monday, which can become an amazing Sunday, but during the week too. All right, so I want everyone to stand up. Hopefully you can see me okay. All right, okay, so put your feet together, right? Keep your legs straight, all right? And then go ahead and reach down and touch your toes, or me. And what I want you to do is keep those legs straight. So pay attention to, are your knees bending, right? Or are they overextending, meaning, right, you're getting more than a straight leg, like your leg, this middle part, this back part of your knee is pushing backwards. We want your legs just straight up and down, right? Reach over and touch your toes and pay attention to, are your knees bending or not? And where are you touching, right? Are you touching your toes, or with your legs straight, are you able to touch your mid shin, your ankles, your knees? Where can you touch, keeping those legs straight? For some of you, it might be just the mid shin, it might be the ankle, it might be the toes. For some of you who are really mobile, you might actually be palming the ground, or hopefully not elbowing the ground, but with those legs straight. That means you probably have a little too much mobility, unless you're a Cirque du Soleil or ballerina, right? There's just enough mobility that we need. So take a mental note that touching your toes with your legs straight, right? No more or no less is actually ideal and optimal. So just check in, where are you at? And then the next test, so that's what we call a global flexion test of the spine, right? If you don't have good flexion of the spine, it can start to create a push and pull and friction on the lumbar spine, the lower back, the discs, and all the tissues around it. So that's why we do this test, to just see, okay, is your spine moving healthily? Now the next test is putting your feet together again, reach your arms over your head, right, and lean back. Lean back as much as you can. Can you look towards the sky? Now, if that doesn't feel so good on your back, go ahead and put your hands on your butt and push your butt forward like so, and look back. Now, can you look back enough to where your head is almost parallel with the sky? Yes or no? So try it the 2 different ways. See how it feels. Hands on the butt gives you a little bit more of a cue. How did you do? Take a mental note. So again, ideally we want to be able to look towards the sky with our head almost parallel, our face, I should say, our faith perpendicular to the sky. Okay. Did you catch that, John?
I did. Mike Tyson.
Okay. Yeah, good. Okay. So the last test we're going to do is put your arms across your chest like you're giving yourself a hug. And I literally sometimes will do this just if I need a little self-care, like after a meditation, I will give myself a hug. But this is for mobility testing too. Okay, so put your feet together. All right, arms across your chest. And then go ahead and rotate, keeping your shoulders parallel to the ground, right? I don't want any, leaning going on. And rotate and see if you can look behind your shoulder and see if your back shoulder that's rotating can point towards the back wall. So this amazing curtain behind me, okay? And then I'm gonna do the other way. Can I do it this way? What does it feel like left to right? Right? Can my back shoulder actually be in line with the wall? Can it point towards the wall and can my head point towards the wall? Or do I have to compensate? So just make a note of that. All right, so those 3 things are clinical tests that you can do on your own on a Sunday, right? That can be your test day, if you will, right? It's just you're not going to get a grade for it. It's just, can you do it? Yes or no. And it can be, I always like whenever I'm working on my body or doing maintenance, like, what am I working on? What is the purpose of what I'm working on? Yes, you can do a general stretching routine if you want, or general mobility routine, but I think that it's actually more beneficial if you actually do these tests and learn these tests on your own, right? Well, not on your own, I'm teaching you them, but you're learning these tests, you do them on your own, and then you use the stretching and mobility to help improve those tests, right? Because those tests tell you, is your spine moving optimally? And we all want to shoot for moving more optimally, okay? So let's get into some movements now. Now, if you can lay on the ground, this is what we're gonna lay on the ground, all right? So guys, John and Will, we're on the ground. So first thing you're gonna do is lay on your stomach. Okay, so we're gonna do a little bit of a prone press up. So lay flat on your stomach, okay? Put your hands underneath your shoulders. Relax your butt as much as you can, okay? And tuck your chin and press up as high as you can. If you can only press up halfway, that's okay. What I want you to do 10 reps. And maybe each time you go a little bit higher until you get full elbow lockout, but I want you to shoot for that, okay? And again, motion is lotion. Our spine likes this motion very much. All right, so do the best you can. Start to add some breath to it. You can breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Breathe in on the way down, breathe out on the way up. Okay, each time you should feel a little. Do a couple more. With this exercise, it's called the prone press up. It's wonderful for the spine, right? We're not loading it in this position. We're literally getting a passive stretch to our lower back and extension. Now what I want you to do is lay on your back, okay? And knees are bent, all right? And go ahead and bring your knees towards your chest or your armpits. Hug your knees to your chest and then bring your feet back down. And repeat that for 10 reps, okay? This can help you get prepared for the happy baby pose. Will teaches that in yoga. Happy baby is grabbing your feet like so, but this is a nice kind of warm up to that. All right, so go ahead and let's go and do 5 more. Each time trying to hug your knees closer to your armpits or your chest. Work, everyone. I also like being on the floor. Maybe this isn't something you do at your office if your office floor is dirty. There's a lot of people going through it, but um, the lay on the floor gets you on the ground, right? And when you're on the ground, it requires mobility, requires coordination and strength, right? Being able to play a really important skill. And yes, movement is a skill too. All right, let's go ahead and finish up. Let's do one more. Okay. Now, to add a little icing on the cake here, because I got a few more minutes, go ahead, stay here, grab your foot. I'm wearing my introverted pink socks today. Can't see that on my socks, but just want you to know. Grab the outside of your foot if you can, or if you have to use a towel or grab the back of your leg, that's fine too. But grab the outside of your foot with the opposite hand or same side, same hand, either way, and press your foot into the air and hold it. Okay, hold it, press your heel into the air and really feel a nice stretch back here. Press, 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 contract, contract, contract. And then relax. Drive that knee towards that armpit. Okay, we're gonna do about 3 reps on each leg by contracting, pushing into the sky. Don't worry about straightening your leg. Push your heel into the sky. Push, 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 push. Really feel a pull in the back of the leg. Push, 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 push. And then relax. Drive that knee towards that armpit. Good work, everyone. We're almost there. Push your foot into the air. Push, 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 push. Really feel a nice pull here. You're also getting a nice hip mobilization at the same time. Hip joint mobilization. Push, push, and relax. Good stuff. Let's switch it up. This is called a PNF type stretching technique. It's a very active way of stretching. So let's push the other foot now into the sky. So push, 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 push. Hold. This one needs a lot more for me. Wow. Hold. And relax. Who's having fun?
This guy.
I'm glad you are, Will.
Yeah, that's good.
Good. And push the heel into the sky. Push, push, push. Let's do 2 more. Almost there. Push that heel into the sky. Hold. And relax. Drive that knee towards the armpit. Am I hearing some grunting? And pushing the heel into the sky one more time, everyone. Push, push, push. Hold. Really push. Really push. Hold. And relax. Drive the knee towards the armpit. All right. Last quick mobility technique before we test is retest, I should say, because we tested the key movements of the spine, and then we're gonna retest after we're done here. So go ahead and put your left foot up in front of you in a kneeling position. Put a pillow underneath your knee if you have to. Okay, go ahead and put your arms in front and rotate. So I have my left knee forward, my right knee back. Hands in front, I'm gonna rotate and reach my right arm behind me. I'm gonna go ahead and do about 10 reps of this on each side. Okay. Make sure to really try to rotate your chest towards that opposite wall. Okay. Open up the chest. Almost there. 10 reps-ish. Switch sides. Open. I feel stiffer on this side. On the side that you do feel stiffer, do an extra few reps on that side. No problem. Almost there. Good. Cheering you on, everyone. We're almost there. right? So each one of these exercises could literally be a movement stack. Okay, now go ahead and get your extra few reps in if you felt stiffer on one side. And we're going to do a quick retest and then finish up. So stand up, put your feet together, legs straight, reach down and touch your toes. Does it feel any different? Yes or no? Reach your arms over your head, feet together still, right? Always uniform. Any different? Yes or no? Hands on your butt. And then arms across your chest. Go ahead and rotate to the right and rotate to the left. And does it feel like butter or ghee or whatever you're into? Coconut oil. So that is the end of the functional movement section. And hopefully, right, what that does for you is it teaches you 3 movements, ways to test your spine to know if it's optimal, and then some techniques to help improve those movements that you can do every day as a little bit of movement medicine, right? If you're feeling achy and a little bit in pain, do those movements, okay? That is all I got.
Awesome. Will, T, great stuff. And thank you all for joining us today. We do have something that we want to make sure we share with you before we wrap it up. And that is a couple of things that we want, if you want to, we want you to join us for. And that is, 1, you can learn to sleep better through our sleep challenge, Movement RX Sleep Challenge. If you text SLEEP to the number 55444, you're going to get that sleep program sent to you in an email. The next is if you text MINDFUL, that's mindful, to 33777, you're going to get our free mindfulness workbook, and then you'll get information about our 21-day mindfulness course. So that's text mindful to 33777. You'll get our free mindfulness workbook and access to our mindfulness course. And then last, but certainly not least, we want to make sure that you guys get this tip right here. For joining us today, if you go to mentalkingmindfulness.com/retreat, you can sign up for our retreat. And because you joined us for this workshop, you can get $300 off with the code WON300, as though you're winning $300. 1-300, WON300. And that again is mentalkingmindfulness.com/retreat. And if you sign up by the end of March 27th and enter the code WON300, you will get $300 off. So, real quick review. Text SLEEP, SLEEP, to 55444 to get that sleep course. Mindful to 33777 to get our mindfulness workbook and access to the 21-day course. And finally, if you go to mentalkingmindfulness.com/retreat and sign up for that retreat with the code WON300, WON300, before the end of the day on March 27th, you will get $300 off. So let's see, let's bring us all back on the screen. This has been fantastic. Thank you all. A recap, hey, we got yoga, we got mindfulness, meditation, mobility. These things combined, they help to promote that mental clarity, that flexibility, mental and physical flexibility, and overall well-being for the week ahead. We are so very thankful for you joining us today, and we hope that you got something out of it. We will wrap it up with that. That's all I got. Will, Teresa, you guys got anything?
I just want to say thanks, everyone, for joining. Hopefully you join us on the retreat or elsewhere in our space. And if you have any messages or questions or something like that, you can find me up on Instagram or hit any one of us up, and we'll gladly answer your questions. So thanks for being here.
Right on.
Yeah, and I'll just finalize with, thank you guys. It's always fun teaching with you. Remember, I always like thinking of these tools you just learned as a way of strengthening, right? It's not strengthening in our biceps today, but think of it as like you're flexing your mental muscle, you're moving your body, and each day, each time you say yes to it, will make a difference habits for you, and it'll start to get stronger and become more of a habit for you.
That's right.
But you got to take action with it. And so
There
I
you go.
look forward to working with all of you and on one of these programs. You'll enjoy them, I know, get some laughs from them, and I
Real
know your life
quick.
will change just a little bit, even if it's and maybe even a lot.
Yep, that's right. That's right. And real
A little
quick,
bit.
for Mark Bloom, who joined us, I see in the questions here, you wanted to know if there's a recording of this. This does reside right where you're watching it. It's going to be right there on YouTube. You've got the link. If you registered for this originally, it's going to be the same link for that, and you can watch the recording for it afterwards. If for some reason you do not have access to that, please email us. You can email me, JON at Men Talking Mindfulness, or Will at Men Talking Mindfulness, or Teresa at, what is it, teresa.larson at movement-rx.com. Did I get that right? So there you go. All right. Thanks for joining us, everyone.
Yes.
And until next time, take